Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Look, where am I now? Yes, I'm on holiday. So I'm taking my family to Xiamen for 5 days. We traveled from Shanghai to Xiamen by the high-speed railway train this time. We're taking the business class and it's been a spectacular experience. As you can see, the seat you can lay down 180 degrees. So it's like a bed and it's very spacious and roomy. And I think it's much more comfortable comparing to the first class on the airplane, because you don't have to fasten your seatbelt and you can walk around all the time freely. And the best part is you can always look through the window for the nice scenery along the way. I paid about 1,800 Chinese yuan for the business class. The total journey time is 5.5 hours. And the policy is that you can take your child for free if they are under 6 years old. And of course, the child doesn't have their own seat, so you have to share your seat with a child. And you know, traveling by train is becoming more and more popular in China because the train network is really advanced in China, and it's almost, you can go to anywhere. And sometimes it's more time efficient if you travel by train, because you don't have to go to the airport like 2 hours before, and you don't have to go through the very strict security check process. And also, you don't have to wait at the baggage reclaim area to take your luggage. And usually train station is near the city center, so it's much more convenient than go to the airport. And also another thing, you can take as much luggage as you want. Basically, they will not weight your baggage, so you don't need to worry about if it's overweight. And there's no limit on how many liquid you can take. Unlike the airplane, you can't take any liquid over 100 ml, right? So it's much more relaxed and convenient if you're traveling by train. And I know that China has recently opened up visa-free traveling for many countries. For example, France, Germany, Singapore, Malaysia, etc. So I think many foreigners, they do want to visit China. And I just want to share my experience in how I booked the railway ticket as a foreign passenger. So the process is a little bit different if you're a Chinese citizen. For Chinese citizen, there's a thing called national ID card. When you book the ticket, it's automatically linked to your card. You just tap your ID card at the train entrance, the gate will automatically open. But for foreigners, your passport is not linked, so you cannot tap your passport. Instead, you have to go through the manual check process. And when booking the tickets, the first step you need to do is to download an app called 12306. I think the name for the app is because the hotline of Chinese Railway Department is 12306. So the app was just named after the railway hotline number. Okay, and the app do have the English version and it's quite easy to use. But remember, before you browse for any train tickets, you have to fill out the passenger section. You can scan your passport, put all the passport details in, and take a picture of a passport. And then there's like a manual check process. I think it takes about 2 to 3 business days to complete the check process. So remember to fill in the passenger details beforehand, because without that, you can't book your train ticket. Okay, so once that check is complete, you can browse for your trains and just book and pay for your ticket. It's very straightforward. But one thing to remember is you can't book the train ticket too advanced. I think you can only book the ticket maximum 21 days beforehand. Unlike the airplane, you can book like a year in advance. And there are 3 different classes, the second class, first class, and the business class. The second class is the cheapest. The 3 seats, an aisle, and then 2 seats. I think the second class seat is bigger than the normal economy seat on the airplane, and you can recline a little bit. And for first class ticket, which is usually 1.5 times of the second class ticket, the first class seat arrangement is 2 seats, the aisle, and 2 seats. So the seat is wider and you can recline more, and there's also more leg room. And also there's a business class. Business class is the most advanced and most comfortable class, and it got different designs nowadays. So the one I take is I believe it's the most traditional one, and you can lay down 180 degrees as a bed. And there's also a newer design of the business class where it's like a private cabin. I think it's got inspired by the first class design on the airplane. So it got more privacy. So for example, on my train, the carriage next to me, they have the newer design, but in our carriage, we still have the traditional design. Since I haven't tried the other newer design, I don't know which one is more comfortable. But to me, I think the traditional ones is already spectacular. I have nothing to complain. And for business class, they also offer free meals. So our train leaves at 12:30 and arrives at 6 p.m. So we got free lunch as well as free dinner. And then they also serve free drinks throughout the journey. In addition, you can also order food on the app. So when you're on the train, if you open up the 12306 app, you can see that you can order takeaway food. So it's quite interesting. So basically, you can pre-order your food when the train arrives at the next station. Okay, so for example, you know that the next station will arrive after an hour, and you can pre-order to see, okay, which restaurant do you want to order from, and then the delivery guy will send the food to the platform when the train arrives. Okay, so basically you can try out all the local restaurants without even getting off the train. I think it's a brilliant idea. And for business class, there's also free waiting lounge before boarding the train, where there's free snacks and drinks everywhere. And there's also a staff who escort you all the way to the platform. They will help you with the luggage, which is really good because I'm traveling with my child, so I don't need to worry about the luggage. I just need to push the stroller. And also, when you get off the train, the staff is already waiting for us on the platform. They took over our luggage and walk us all the way out to the exit of the train station, because the train station is quite big. If I don't follow her, I might get lost. So it's good that I don't need to navigate myself. So have you tried the high-speed railway train in China? Or if you have any other questions, feel free to leave any comments down below and I will try my best to answer. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.